Hi students, welcome to physics classes. Now we are discussing model papers in 10th class physics. Now model paper 4. Now here we are discussing only physics. Now one more questions. 5 physics, 3 chemistry. We'll discuss 5 questions. Now the first question is, what are the values of specific heat capacities of water and ice? What are the values of specific heat capacities of water and ice? Now specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Specific heat of water is 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Specific heat of ice 0.5 calorie per gram degree Celsius. 0.5 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Now sometimes they will ask, what does it mean by 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius? What does it mean by 1 calorie per gram degree Celsius? Now to convert or to increase the temperature of unit mass of a body, unit mass of water or 1 gram of water, to change the temperature of or to increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius, by 1 degree Celsius we should give 1 calorie of heat energy. To increase the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius we should give 1 calorie of heat energy. Now 0.5 calorie per gram degree Celsius. Now to increase the temperature of 1 gram of ice, 1 gram of ice by 1 degree Celsius, by 1 degree Celsius we should give 0.5 calories of heat energy. 0.5 calories of heat energy. Next question, suppose you are inside the water. You are inside the water in a swimming pool. You are inside the water in a swimming pool. Your friend is standing on the edge. Your friend is standing on the edge of swimming pool. Now your friend appears to be. How your friend appears to you? How your friend appears to you? You are inside the water. You are inside the water. Your friend is outside. Your friend is outside. So he appears taller than actual height. He appears taller than actual height. So whenever they asked for 1 mark, this answer is enough. Now I will tell you the proof. How? Now here is your friend. For example, here is your friend. Now you are inside. Now the light ray which is coming from top of his head like this. Now light ray traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. So air to water, it bends towards the normal. So reaches to your eyes. Reaches to your eyes. But actually he appears in a straight path. It is a straight path. Here his head will be appears. So this much height will be increases. This much height will be increases. So he appears taller than actual height. He appears taller than actual height. Next question, what is the refractive index of given diagram? Refractive index. So here light ray is traveling from denser to rarer. After entering into rarer, at the interface it is grazing. So this angle we can say critical angle. C equal to how much? 60 degrees. Now refractive index equal to 1 by sine C. So 1 by sine 60. What is the sine 60 value? 1 by sine 60 value root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 coming up, it becomes 2 by root 3. Answer is 2 by root 3. Then it is nearly equal to 1.15. 1.15. Refractive index has no units. Refractive index has no units. Next question, Write lens formula. Lens formula. See students, once check whether what question they asked, lens formula or lens maker's formula. Here lens formula. What is lens formula? 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u. And explain each term. F is the focal length, v is the image distance, u is the object distance. F is the focal length, v is the image distance, u is the object distance. Next question, assertion and reasoning. So the assertion is blue color of the sky appears due to scattering of light. Yes, blue color of sky appears because of scattering of light. Due to the phenomena of scattering, if atmosphere contains more number of nitrogen or oxygen molecules, sky appears in blue color. So assertion is true. Next, blue color has shortest wavelength among all colors of light. No, blue color is not shortest wavelength. Violet has shortest wavelength. Violet color have shortest wavelength. And red has longest wavelength. Red has longest wavelength. So R is false. Assertion is true, reason is false. Next, define angle of deviation. Define angle of deviation. Angle of deviation means, I'll tell you one example. If you take prism, this is the incident ray, it will be extended like this due to refraction, and again refraction, emergent ray will come like this. So this is the actual path of light ray. Due to the prism, light ray changes its path like this. So this is the deviation. This is the angle of deviation. So the angle between incident ray and the emergent ray, the angle between incident ray and the emergent ray is known as angle of deviation. Angle between incident ray, this is the path of incident ray. Due to the prism, it changed its path like this. So this is the change in path. That angle is deviation. Angle of deviation, angle between incident ray and the emergent ray is known as angle of deviation. This is 2 mark question. Next 2 mark question is, speed of light in a diamond is 1,24,000 kilometers per second. Find the refractive index if speed of light in air is 3 lakh kilometer per second. Speed of light in diamond is 1,24,000 kilometer per second. Air is 3 lakh kilometer per second. Now we have the refractive index formula, n equal to C by V. C they given 3 lakhs. V 1,24,000. Now 3 zeros gets cancelled. 300 by 124. How many times it can get cancelled? That is 2.419. That is nearly equal to 2.42. This is the refractive index of diamond. This value is very important. What is the refractive index of diamond also? Sometimes they will ask. 2.42. Okay. 4 more questions. Draw a neat ray diagram for the formation of image when the object is kept before biconvex lens. Biconvex lens in the following situation. When the object is between f and 2f, between focus and center of curvature, and yet 2f. Now these 2 situations, ray diagrams, I explained in another video which is available on our channel. You can go through it. Focus and double of the focus. So f and 2f, focus and center of curvature, and yet 2f means yet center of curvature. And learn the remaining ray diagrams also, and remember what is the position of image, what is the nature of image, what is the size of image. Next question, how can you appreciate the role of small fuse in house wiring circuits, preventing damage of various electrical components connected in the circuit? How can you appreciate the role of fuse in a house wiring circuit in preventing the damage to various electrical components connected in the circuit? Now, fuse is a thin conducting wire made of material with low melting point. Fuse is a thin conducting wire. It is a conductor. Thin conducting wire made of a material low melting point. Low melting point. Whenever more current comes, if it has low melting point, if a wire gets heated, it will melt it easily, fastly than remaining wires. It should melt fast, quickly. And generally it is kept in the main of the wiring circuits. Mains of the wiring circuits. Generally included in the household wiring at mains. Whenever current entered into the main power supply, into the mains, it will be connected. Fuse will be connected. Next, whenever circuit draws more current, whenever more current entered into the house, into the circuit than rated, more current entered into the circuit than rated, heat will be produced. More heat will be produced. Due to that more heat, that heat will melt the fuse wire because it has low melting point, no? So that heat will melt the fuse wire. When the circuit draws, whenever the circuit draws more current than rated value, more current than rated value, it will have some limit on the fuse. It will have some rating value. It will have some limit. On the mains, we can see some rated values. If current excessive, more than that rated value, heat will be produced. That heat will melt the fuse wire. Then next, fuse is melted. Due to that heat, fuse is melted. Due to the melting, circuit is broken, and it prevents the damage of electrical appliances. The molten fuse wire breaks the circuit, preventing any current to enter. So whenever fuse wire breaks, it prevents the current to enter. So current is not entered, thus protecting the appliances. Whatever the appliances are connected, that will not be happen anything, and it will be safe. Next, in this way, fuse wire is highly appreciable. In this way, fuse wire is highly appreciable. Okay. Next, 8 more questions. Define the following. First one is dew. Now, during winter nights, atmospheric temperature decreased, goes down. During winter times, night atmospheric temperature goes down, decreases. Now the surfaces of window panes, flowers, grass, bikes which are placed outside, whatever we keep outside, becomes more colder. Then the air near them becomes saturated with vapor and condensation begins. It starts condenses. So that converted into water droplets. That vapor, saturated vapor, converted into water droplets. That condensed water droplets on window panes, grass, etc. Condensed water droplets on window panes, grass, bikes which are placed, flowers, etc. during winter nights is known as dew. Condensed water droplets in window panes, grass, flowers, whatever we keep outside, that during winter nights is known as dew. Okay. Next, Next, if this temperature still decreases, if this temperature still decreases, the region in the atmosphere where water vapor is present, more water molecules are present, water vapor in the state of vapor is present, that will condenses on the dust particles, that will be condenses on the dust particles in air and forms small droplets of water, and forms small droplets of water. These droplets keep floating in air, these droplets floating in the air and forms a thick mist, thick mist, that is known as fog, that is known as fog. Fog is a mist, thick mist. Fog is a thick mist. Condensed water droplets on the dust particles, condensed water droplets on the dust particles that keeps floating in the air and forms a thick mist, forms a thick mist, that is known as fog. Next, latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization is the amount of heat required to convert 1 gram of water at 100 degrees Celsius to vapor at 100 degrees Celsius is known as latent heat of vaporization. Amount of heat required to convert the 1 gram of water at 100 degrees Celsius to vapor at 100 degrees Celsius is known as latent heat of vaporization. Amount of heat required to convert 1 gram of water at 100 degrees Celsius to vapor at 100 degrees Celsius. Here temperature is not changing, only state is changing. Temperature not changing, state is changing. What is the latent heat of vaporization of water? We will write as steam. Steam or vapor is 540 calorie per gram. So to convert 1 gram of water at 100 degrees Celsius to vapor at 100 degrees Celsius, we should supply 540 calories of heat. Next, latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Same amount of heat required to convert 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius to water at 0 degrees Celsius. Amount of heat required to convert 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius to water at 0 degrees Celsius is known as latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of fusion. Now here latent heat of ice equal to 80 calorie per grams. That means to convert 1 gram of ice at 0 degrees Celsius to water at 0 degrees Celsius, we should give 80 calories of heat energy. 80 calories of heat energy. Here also state of the body changing from ice to water, temperature is not changing. So we can remember one more bit here, during boiling or during water converting into vapor, temperature of the body constant. Vaporization temperature is constant. During ice converting into water, melting, temperature is constant. Okay. Next question, how can you verify that current carrying wire produces magnetic field with the help of an experiment? Current carrying wire produces magnetic field. Oersted experiment in chapter electromagnetism. In chapter electromagnetism, I did this video separately in our channel, it is there, once you go through it. Next question, how does a battery work? How does a battery work? Explain. Working of a battery. Working of a battery. From the lesson electric current. From the lesson electric current, working of a battery, I explained in a separate video. It is there in our channel. Once you go through it, I will provide all the links which are needed for this paper. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more updates.